What if you could unlock the secret language of connection to build trust, influence others, and create meaningful relationships? In Supercommunicators, How to Unlock the Secret Language of Connection, Thaler Picard reveals how mastering communication goes beyond words. It's about understanding emotions, reading cues, and fostering empathy. Through her strategies, I discovered the transformative power of communication to not only strengthen my personal relationships, but also elevate my professional interactions. This is the story of how I embrace these principles to transform my interactions, elevate my relationships, and become a more impactful communicator capable of leaving a lasting impression in every conversation. Picard begins by emphasizing that great communication starts with listening. Active listening, she explains, isn't just about hearing words. It's about understanding the underlying emotions and intentions. By truly listening, we create space for trust and connection, making others feel valued and understood in profound ways. I started practicing active listening by giving my full attention during conversations, resisting the urge to interrupt or think about my response while the other person was speaking. Picard's advice to focus on nonverbal cues, like tone and body language, helped me pick up on unspoken emotions. This shift in how I approached conversations made others feel heard and valued, deepening our connection and fostering mutual respect. By validating what others shared, I noticed they became more open and forthcoming. This chapter taught me that listening is the foundation of meaningful communication. By tuning in fully and suspending judgment, I could build stronger relationships and foster a sense of trust and understanding that transcended mere words. Empathy, Picard explains, is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. It's a key component of effective communication because it allows us to connect on a deeper level. She highlights that empathy isn't about agreeing. It's about acknowledging and validating others' experiences, creating a bridge between perspectives. I began practicing empathy by putting myself in others' shoes during conversations. When a colleague shared frustrations about a project, instead of offering solutions right away, I acknowledged their feelings, saying, "That sounds really challenging." This simple act of validation made them feel supported and strengthened our collaboration. I also noticed that empathetic responses often diffuse tension, paving the way for more productive discussions. This chapter reminded me that empathy bridges gaps. By showing others that I understood their perspective, I could foster trust and open the door to more authentic communication, even in difficult situations. Stories, Picard argues, are one of the most powerful tools for connection. They engage emotions, make ideas memorable, and create shared experiences. She explains that the best stories are authentic and relatable, drawing on universal themes like hope, struggle, and triumph. I began incorporating storytelling into my conversations, whether at work or with friends. Instead of presenting data or facts, I shared personal anecdotes that illustrated my points. For example, when discussing teamwork, I recounted a time when collaboration helped me overcome a challenge. These stories made my messages more compelling and relatable, inspiring others to see themselves in the narrative. Over time, I noticed that storytelling made people more receptive to my ideas, fostering a sense of shared purpose. This chapter taught me that storytelling is an art worth mastering. By sharing genuine stories, I could inspire and connect with others on a deeper level, leaving a lasting impression that facts alone couldn't achieve. Picard highlights that much of our communication happens through nonverbal cues. Facial expressions, gestures, posture, and eye contact all convey messages, often more powerfully than words. She emphasizes the importance of aligning nonverbal signals with verbal messages to ensure authenticity and avoid miscommunication. I started paying closer attention to my own nonverbal communication. During meetings, I made a conscious effort to maintain open body language, like uncrossed arms and relaxed posture, to appear more approachable. I also practiced mirroring others' nonverbal cues subtly to build rapport. For example, nodding while they spoke or matching their energy level created a sense of alignment. These changes enhanced the effectiveness of my interactions, helping me communicate confidence and sincerity. This chapter taught me that actions truly speak louder than words. By mastering nonverbal communication, I could reinforce my messages and connect with others more effectively, even before speaking. Trust, Picard explains, is the cornerstone of meaningful relationships. She emphasizes that being transparent, sharing our intentions, acknowledging mistakes, and being honest is essential for building credibility and rapport. Transparency fosters an environment where authenticity thrives, making it easier to build and sustain trust. I began practicing transparency in both personal and professional settings. When I made a mistake at work, instead of deflecting blame, I acknowledged it openly and outlined how I planned to fix it. This honesty not only earned respect but also created an environment where others felt safe to share their challenges. Transparency also helped me clarify my intentions, ensuring others understood my motivations. This chapter reminded me that trust is built through vulnerability and honesty. By being transparent, I could strengthen relationships and foster a culture of openness where people felt valued and respected. Effective communication requires understanding and adapting to different communication styles. Picard explains that some people prefer directness, while others value diplomacy. Recognizing and respecting these preferences helps ensure that messages are received as intended, enhancing clarity and connection. I started observing the communication styles of those around me. For instance, when collaborating with a detail-oriented colleague, I provided thorough explanations and data to support my ideas. With a more big-picture thinker, I focused on overarching goals and avoided getting bogged down in details. Adapting my approach improved the effectiveness of our interactions and minimized misunderstandings. This chapter taught me that flexibility is key to connection. By tailoring my communication to suit others' styles, I could ensure clarity, build stronger relationships, and foster mutual respect. Picard emphasizes the role of emotional intelligence, EQ, in communication. EQ involves recognizing, understanding, and managing our own emotions while being attuned to the emotions of others. High EQ, she explains, enhances our ability to navigate complex interactions and resolve conflicts with empathy and tact. I began practicing self-awareness by reflecting on my emotional triggers and how they affected my responses. During a tense discussion, instead of reacting defensively, I paused to collect my thoughts and responded calmly. This approach diffused the tension and led to a more productive conversation. I also practiced recognizing the emotional states of others, allowing me to respond in ways that acknowledge their feelings. This chapter taught me that emotional intelligence is a skill worth cultivating. By managing my emotions and understanding others, I could communicate more effectively and build deeper connections that went beyond surface-level interactions. In the final chapter, Picard ties together the principles of supercommunication, emphasizing that the ultimate goal is to create meaningful connections. She encourages readers to approach every interaction with intention, curiosity, and authenticity, transforming ordinary exchanges into opportunities for growth and understanding. I started applying these principles by being fully present during conversations, asking thoughtful questions, and expressing genuine interest in others' stories. These small changes transformed everyday interactions into opportunities for connection. I also practiced following up with people after meaningful conversations, reinforcing the bond we had established. Picard's insights reminded me that meaningful relationships are built one conversation at a time, with each exchange serving as a foundation for deeper understanding. This chapter taught me that connection is both an art and a science. By communicating with purpose and heart, I could create lasting bonds and inspire others to do the same, leaving a positive impact on every relationship. Supercommunicators taught me that effective communication is about more than words. It's about empathy, authenticity, and connection. By mastering the art of listening, storytelling, and nonverbal communication, I transformed the way I interacted with others. How can you unlock the secret language of connection in your life? Remember, every conversation is an opportunity to build trust, inspire, and connect in ways that resonate far beyond the moment.